I'm Barbara Depta. I'm the founder of Beyond Stretch. As a high-performance fitness coach, my job is to teach professional athletes how to understand and feel the flexibility, mobility, balance, and strength that can improve their structural balance. Therefore, they can improve their performance, they can stop compensating, and therefore creating pain and preventing injuries. So overall, they can improve their performance and productivity on and off the field. I have a blessing and a pleasure to work with a lot of professional athletes, including professional golfers. And all of them have one common request to me. Barbara, could you please improve my flexibility in my hips? Could you please improve the flexibility in my ankles? Could you please improve my flexibility in my shoulders? So there is a lot to cover, but for today, my job is to show you guys the more efficient and precise way to open up your hips. So potentially your posture can be improved, so you don't have any anterior pelvic tilt, which is caused actually by a tight hip flexors. Also, you can create more fluid and full golf swing, and your back pain potentially can be decreased as well. Hip mobility can help all of the symptoms, and if you can really just improve your hip mobility, you can help yourself to perform better. So today I have a pleasure to present to you my husband, who is a PGA Latin America Tour player, Will Coleman, who is going to demonstrate with me what I do with him one-on-one, hands-on. I want to make sure that the hip mobility really starts with the hip capsule. There's many ways to open up the hip, but I want to show you what really professional athletes do to improve the performance on and off the field. Now I will ask my husband to stand up, take a golf club, and perform few drills with me. So you can, guys, take them and literally apply tomorrow or even today after you will watch this video. So I will ask Will to stand on one leg, whichever he prefers. He chose left. Now I want him to press that left heel down to the ground so he feels really grounded and the balance is there. He supports himself with the golf club, which is perfectly fine, and you can do it as well. Now I want him to move his foot in and out, outside, kind of swing it, so internal and external hip flexibility can be improved. Common mistakes which I want you to avoid is to not lifting your hip up and down, so stay with your hips square. Now I want Will to increase a little bit of circumduction with his foot, so the again mobility in the hip is being improved. Now common mistake again is for people to really move in a big motion their feet, so the quad is way too much involved. So show Will how people make a mistake just by creating way more bigger moves. Yes. And your knee is in a 90-degree, and again, only your foot is really generating the circles. Now I want him to take a step forward, almost to a semi-lunge position, while making sure that his feet are parallel. Now I would like him to start creating gentle circle out with his knee, right knee, and his entire pretty much weight is on the front leg, stretching the hip flexor by holding his heel down on the ground, and the right hip is opening as he creates that mobility, internal and external rotation, by generating the circles with his knee. He also mentioned that he starts to feel his ankles opening up, which is so significant in golf and many other sports as well. So now I would like Will to lift his hands up with the club and create lateral flexion. Common mistake again is coming off of the posture and tilting, which I'm going to move gently, Will. That's a mistake, and that's a mistake. I want you to be square in your hips and gently laterally bend so your rib cage and your deep core muscles can open up. Now, if you could please switch your sides so everyone can see how you can perform it with your left foot forward. Then for his right hip flexor is being stretched, but the mobility on the left hip is really being increased, and the left ankle is opening up as well. So the entire chain, lower chain, is really working on the mobility and stability as well. As you can see, the moves are very precise and simple, and they're not going to take you half an hour of an hour. The one, again, thing I want you to pay attention is to have your feet parallel and hips square. So your lower back, you can step forward, please. So what I don't want to see, guys, is for you to rotate your hips and lower back as a one unit, which is a common mistake in a golf that I have seen. And people who don't have a flexibility, mobility in the hip joint, they try to fake it with rotating their pelvis and lower back as a one unit. So if you're going to perform the hip mobility every day before you go and start your warm-up, or even before you go on a golf course, I promise you that you are going to feel better, decrease your anterior pelvic tilt, decrease your back pain, and definitely have a fluidity in your golf swing. There are so many more things and definitely precise, different mobility drills that I can provide you with. So if you liked what you just saw and you would like to get more, please click on the link below and download my free report on hip mobility and flexibility. Thank you for your attention, and I will look forward to speaking with you soon.